That's Money Brown, man. Errol Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money. That's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Yo, what's going on out there, fight world? It's your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on two big stars in boxing, Canelo Alvarez and Errol the True Spence. And Eddie Reynoso, Canelo Alvarez trainer, saying he likes this fight for Canelo. Now, we all know Canelo, you know, is at 168 right now. He just left Golden Boy, back on the zone, and he's about to take on Caleb Smith, you know, for the real super WBA 168-pound title. And Canelo looking to be a world champion once again against a very formidable champion in Caleb Smith, which a lot of people don't like. But it's a good fight in my opinion because Caleb Smith is a world champion, you know. But the thing is, Eddie Reynoso came out saying that he liked Errol Spence for Canelo. You feel me? When a lot of people try to hate on the fight, Errol and Canelo, Eddie Reynoso came out and said he likes the fight with Errol and Canelo. You feel me? That's what I've been trying to tell people, dog. Errol Spence and Canelo is two of the biggest stars in boxing. Oscar De La Hoya wanted this fight for a reason. Oscar De La Hoya wanted to sign Errol Spence for a reason, because he knew Errol Spence was going to be the next big black fighter. I don't mean to say it like that. Let's just say the next big African-American star in the boxing game for a lot of people. You feel me? But to sum it all up in a nutshell, he's a black fighter. He was going to be the next big black fighter, and he's growing into it. Errol Spence is growing into the next big superstar, you know what I'm saying, in boxing. Assuming he get past Danny Garcia, right? Now, Errol is a big dog. Errol fight at 147, but Errol blooms up in weight, you know what I'm saying? Just like Canelo used to bloom up in weight. We know Canelo is the bigger man right now. We cannot deny that. For his star power, for his weight, for his muscle. You feel me? He's been at 175, the highest he's been at. But, you know, the lowest he's been at is 160 at the moment. You know, we know he fought at 154, but at the moment he was at 160, he went up to 168, went up to 175. But we know the lowest he'll come down to is 160 pounds. And we know Errol Spence can get up to 160 pounds. You feel me? But Canelo even said, you know, we're checking the future. And shout out to my brother, you know, King Palmer. Salute to my bro for being my translator. Let me know Canelo said, you know, it ain't a fight they're looking at right now, but in the future, it is a fight that he will entertain. Errol Spence Jr. You know what I mean? Because Errol is a star in boxing, dog. And he's only getting bigger. He's only getting bigger. He's fighting in his third pay-per-view. You understand what I'm saying? And it looked like every fight from now on is going to be a pay-per-view fight, because Errol Spence looked like he wants nothing but the big fights. You know, he wants nothing but the big fights. Just telling you that this boy is a throwback fighter. You feel me? He's a throwback fighter. And you got to respect that. People not going to like it, but you got to respect it. If you go in there and you fight nothing but world champions and former world champions, you have to respect that. And if you want the big dogs like Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Who can hate on that? Who can hate on that if Errol Spence won a Canelo fight? Who can hate on if Canelo won an Errol Spence fight? Which I know a lot of people could be like, well, we want Canelo to fight Cholo. We want Canelo to fight Andrade. We want Canelo to fight this fighter and that fighter. Yeah, you don't want Canelo to fight everybody because he's a big dog. You don't want Errol Spence to fight everybody because he's a big dog. But at the same time, if these dudes want each other, you can't knock it, dog. You can't knock it. You feel me? Now, we know Errol Spence has business to take care of at 147, right? Terrence Crawford is right there. Manny Pacquiao is right there. He got the potential to be the undisputed champion at 147 pounds with a lot of credibility behind it if you take out Terrence Bud Crawford and take out Manny Pacquiao. Then you move up to 154. You feel me? You go on up to 154. You do your work at 154. Become unified champion at 154 pounds. You don't have to become undisputed. You feel me? Become unified champion at 154 pounds. That solidifies a lot. That solidifies a lot. Now, we know the Charlos and Errol are very, very cool. Very, very cool. And we know they want Canelo. And Errol, like you say, he don't want to step on no toes or nothing like that. But it's up to Canelo Alvarez who he fight. It's up to Canelo Alvarez who he fight. So if Canelo say, you know what? I just whooped Caleb Smith ass. Assuming he get past Caleb Smith, he take on another fighter. He continue to win. And if Errol Spence want to come up to 160 pounds, and Canelo say, I want to take Errol Spence over the Charlos, nobody can be pissed off. Nobody can be pissed off. And Errol Spence is going to accept the challenge. Because who's going to turn down a Canelo fight? Knowing Canelo is arguably the biggest fighter in boxing at the moment, with big paydays. You feel me? That is one hell of a fight, dog. If Errol Spence work his way up the ladder, the white weight to 160 pounds, and Canelo still doing this thing, and then he come on down to 160, that's the biggest fight in boxing, in my opinion. That's the biggest fight in boxing. Because to me, Errol Spence's name is bigger than the Charlos. Bigger than the Charlos. And if you go up to 154 and do his thing there, and then go up to 160, he the hottest thing on the market. You know, Canelo got his country behind him, so he gonna stay the hottest thing on the market. See what I'm saying? You put Errol Spence and Canelo in the ring with each other, and like I said, they can break a record. They can break a record. Whether it's Mayweather and Oscar, or Mayweather and Canelo, they can break one of those records, dog. You know, I think the Pacquiao record is going to stand. But Errol Spence, Canelo Alvarez, at 160 pounds, Errol is undefeated, Canelo is undefeated. You feel me? That will make Errol Spence a 2-division world champion. Arguably can be a 3-division world champion, assuming what he do at 160 before the Canelo fight. You know, Canelo already been a 4-division world champion. Both of them around the same age. Both of them young superstars. Oh my God. Oh my God. One hell of a fight, dog. One hell of a fight. That's going to be a 50-50 fight. 50-50 fight. You feel me? And I'm going to ride with my brother, ESJ. Y'all already knew what I was going to say. I'm going to ride with Errol Spence Jr. over Canelo Alvarez if they was to meet up in the future at 160 pounds. But don't get it fucked up. I know Canelo can win that fight as well. They both do great body work, right? Errol is more fundamentally sound. Canelo might got better foot movement than Errol, you know, and better upper body movement. But I think Errol got better defense for his blocking. Canelo might got better head movement. You see what I'm saying? Both of them can punch like a motherfucker. Canelo might have the power, you know, the edge and power. I'm not going to fake it there. Canelo might have the edge and power. But we got to see if Errol gets strong as he move up. You see what I'm saying? Strong as he move up. You know? So that's going to be one hell of a fight, dog. It's going to be a pick and fight. It's going to be a pick and fight. Canelo's proven to have a fucking chin on him. Rock solid chin. Errol's chin has gotten better. I don't know if Errol got the better chin than Canelo. That's going to be a problem. But I do know Errol will not stop attacking the body. And I do know Errol is going to try to wear you down. And we know Canelo can gas out, you know what I'm saying, going into the second half of that fight. So if Canelo can't go in there and, you know, hurt Errol and force him to bag up, and Errol can make Canelo work, you see what I'm saying, make him work like Triple G made him work. But if Errol can stay strong down the second half, we know Errol is a better body puncher than Triple G. And you get into Canelo body, shit can get very, very interesting, yo. It can get very interesting. But if Canelo can go in there and get to Errol Spence's body, you know, and force Errol back in the fight and put the pressure on him early, you know, and Errol can't keep up with him, and Canelo just happen to hit him and hurt him with some shit, and have Errol a little timid on throwing and things like that, then shit can get interesting for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But it's a hell of a fight, dog. That's a hell of a fight. And I'm telling y'all, Oscar De La Hoya was on to something when he was trying to sign Errol Spence Jr. I already knew what he wanted. I knew what he wanted. I knew Errol was going to be this big-ass star. I knew Errol was going to be a monster. Y'all got to remember these things. Oscar was going to give Errol Spence Miguel Cotto. He was going to let Errol go in there and beat Miguel Cotto, and he was going to pay him a nice amount of money. A nice amount of money. You feel me? That was at 154. So he's going to try to groom Errol for Canelo, go and move Earl up to 154 pounds. Let him become champion at 154. You beat Cotto ass, that would have did wonders for Errol Spence. His name would have been buzzing. You beat Cotto. For Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? We all know what happened with that situation. Saddam Ali ended up fighting Cotto, winning, ended up getting his ass knocked out by Jaime McGill. But for Errol Spence that was looking for a big fight at the time, if he went in there and massacred Miguel Cotto, oh my God, don't you know what that would have did for Errol Spence? Put him on a different level. Put him on a different level. You feel me? And everybody would have known, everybody would have known that Errol Spence was getting ready for a Canelo Alvarez fight. They would have seen that coming from a mile, especially fucking around with De La Hoya. Della, you know, he ain't too good at holding secrets. You know what I'm saying? So Errol Spence, Canelo Alvarez, yo. Groom them boys up for a big mega fight in the future. You see what I'm saying? Assuming Errol Spence stay undefeated, Canelo stay with only one loss on his record. They both continue to grow and get big. You know, that is a big fucking fight. That is a big fucking fight. I'm keeping it, you know, in my safe. I'm not looking over that fight. I'm not going to say that fight not going to never happen, because I believe that fight will happen. I really do. Look, I made a post all the way back, I think in 2017, 2018, somewhere around that time, and said that Errol Spence and Canelo would meet up at 160 pounds. You feel me? Errol Spence and Canelo will meet up at 160 pounds. And I'm going to keep that theory, and I believe that then, and I believe that now. Errol Spence and Canelo will meet up, family. They will meet up. And it's going to be the fight of the motherfucking era. I repeat, it's going to be the fight of the era. You feel me? Eddie Reynoso knew it. Canelo knew it. Errol Spence knew it. Al Heyman knew it. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Let me know who y'all got, man, if these dudes meet up at 160 pounds. Assuming Errol Spence move up the right way from 147 to 154 to 160. Canelo come down to 160. These boys meet up and a big mega fucking fight. Who do y'all got winning that fight? Let me know in the comments. Until then, this your boy Money. This the NSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in them streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If you can't, just tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. And y'all know what it is. Big dog status.